No. All right, already. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Why you choose Moldova?
You know, because I've been to most of the Soviet countries, so Moldova was one of the last ones on my list.
Oh,
If that makes
excellent.
sense. Yeah.
What have you been?
I've been to Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine, all of Central Asia. Yeah.
It's a beautiful country.
No, but in my opinion, Moldova is more beautiful than Kazakhstan. The city. If we're talking about the nature, Kazakhstan is more beautiful.
Yeah, nature. But
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of nature in Chișinău. You just in Chișinău? You just visit Chișinău in Moldova?
Yeah, pretty much.
I will be your navigator.
She's like the guide.
Yeah.
You know, I did want to visit Pridnestrovia, but what changed is I was supposed to go to Korea and be there on October 20th because I have a DNA test. Because I'm supposed to be a natural-born citizen of Korea, if that makes sense. But my father, he didn't want to register my birth. Unfortunately, he rescheduled that date, so I had to cancel my plane ticket, if that makes sense.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for that. You have a long story.
Yeah.
And you visit for the first time Korea, or?
No, I've been a few times, but that was just for the court case I was going, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russia or Kazakhstan?
No. Those are previous trips, but just my trip that's going on right now, I flew from Seattle to basically to Paris. And then I stayed in Paris a few days, and then I came to Moldova. I flew down to Moldova. But I leave on October 10th, and I'm flying down to Spain, if that makes sense.
In Spain, and from Spain you go to Korea?
That was originally supposed to be my plan, but it got canceled. Because my father, he's so determined for me not to be in the family registry. And it's my birthright. Because he comes from a wealthy family, and I know he lied to his whole family except his mother. If that makes sense. Like my father, he knows the former President Yoon personally. Yeah. Status-wise and also financially, he has a lot of money, if that makes sense. So, not at all. I've never met him in person, and he opened up 2 criminal complaints against me, if that makes sense.
But you live in Ireland?
No. I don't live in Ireland. I live in the U.S. Yeah.
Oh,
So she probably told you that. So
Yeah.
ethnically, my mother's Irish.
But
she's still
something like that.
her nationality is American, though, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
I have been to Ireland, though. But
Oh,
yeah. You've been there, or you've just seen it in the media?
I visit England. My brother lives there, and Liverpool, Manchester, in the city I visit, and I'm so in love with the people, nature, how they have beautiful mountains and nature especially, and cool country.
But isn't Liverpool dangerous? I've only heard like terrible things about Liverpool. I've never been there.
No, there are people so nice to you, and no, it's not that. It's just a myth. I think that like the entire world, it's dangerous. I don't think no, it's not dangerous at all.
Well, there are some dangerous parts, like Gaza, of course.
Yeah, and Preston. I think my brother says that, but I don't know. I consider it a beautiful country, and every time I go there, I'm in love.
You know, Danielle was telling me that I was the first like American that she had ever met. But literally, I was just at the mall, and there was this loud person talking, and I knew they were American because of how loud they were, and I waved them down. So I already met like 3 or 4 other Americans here since I've been here. Yes. I can just recognize them though, the way they stand and stuff.
They are students or just...
Yeah, funny thing is, so Luke Oil, the company that's right behind me, I actually had some stocks in Luke Oil, but I pulled out when I heard the news that the Russians invaded because I knew that the sanctions would fall shortly after. So here I am, I'm just walking along the city market. The city market's one that is always open during the day usually. It's where you can buy a bunch of cheap goods. Most of them are shipped in from China instead of going to the more expensive stores at the mall. There's always good stuff, and it's actually kind of cool to walk around and see what they have. Here's a little spot that a lot of people like taking photos by. But yeah, this is just a little area at night. That's really beautiful. And then this is like a special item at McDonald's in Moldova. And this duo mix is really good, so if you have a chance to go to Moldova, you definitely got to try it. That is like the most Soviet building ever.
So I'm in Moldova right now, the day of the election. So we'll see what's going to happen because there could potentially be a shit ton of civil unrest due to the election. Because it's sort of Russia versus Europe.
So here you see me underground pretty much. They always have these underground tunnels that are underneath the streets. So you don't have to cross on the surface streets. You can go underground and then cross, and you don't have to wait for the crosswalk. But you'll see these all across Europe. An interesting thing I'd want to point out though, when I said Europe, I really meant mainly just Eastern Europe in general and post-Soviet countries. But a little thing that a lot of people don't know is that it is a great place to shop just because it's where you can get things for such a low price. See, that's the thing with the Soviet architecture, the way that they design the cities, in the sense that you'll have these big apartment buildings, and then the first floor is usually where there's going to be a bunch of shops, gyms, anything you need that's really, really nice. Just so you don't have to like take a car everywhere and you gotta go so far. You can just walk outside and boom, there's a grocery store right over there. Yeah, also too, one thing that I did not expect to be really, really good and tasty in Moldova is the pizza. So they have all these different types of pizza shops all over Moldova, and New York is like the spot in the world. New York, and maybe some people will say Italy, but in reality, pizza in Italy doesn't taste too good. New York is a place you want to go if you want to have good pizza. But the pizza I had in Moldova was actually really good. They had these different olive pizzas and stuff like that. And it was my first time trying pizza with the types of olives that they had there. And it was actually really good and tasty as well. But another thing that's good about Moldova is all the parks that are available. Having nice greenery, parks, equipment, different lakes that are all free to go to. That's something that Eastern Europeans love doing just because they're all around and it's like a go-to spot. If someone wants to go for a jog or a walk, they go there. And these are some mushrooms that I found when I was just walking. But yeah, here's a newer type building that's a lot nicer than the old Soviet one. And this is a good energy drink right here, a coconut energy drink. But these are the babushkas. They are just basically selling stuff. But yeah, just be prepared that traffic can get pretty bad around 5-6 p.m. Especially if you're going to be driving a car around there. But yeah, I like the homes outside the city center. They're pretty nice homes. Nice, calming. But I mean, for me, I kind of like being towards the city center. It's not super noisy like Egypt or Indonesia or Vietnam, places like that. It's nice and calming. And if I'm in the city center, I can just walk anywhere I want to go. Everything's right there. Here's Обмен valuta, which means basically exchange place in Russian. But yeah, here's some people walking around. A nice little fountain right there. Front, it's like their version of the White House. It's really nice. They're doing like a little protest as well.
Look what is behind me, guys. Look what's behind me.
Just a random fact about Moldova, they have some of the biggest wine cellars on planet Earth. A lot of their wine cellars are actually bigger than a freaking city. It's like a subterranean wonder of the world, practically. Here's some little kittens that I saw when I was going to the mall. Nice, cute kittens, fluffy and everything. Although Moldova is in Europe, it's actually one of the least visited countries in all of Europe. Literally the least visited. Here we have right behind me a bunch of Jehovah Witnesses. Yes, you guys heard that right. Jehovah Witnesses. I did not expect to see Jehovah Witnesses in Moldova of all places. And also too, the younger generation, they do not really know Russian anymore in Moldova. I mean, their Russian is so bad. Like, I tried speaking to some of the Moldovians in Russian, and then they were like pausing for like 20 seconds. Wait, what's that word again in Russian? But yeah, the go-to now for the younger students is studying English pretty much because they want to be on like the global scale. And of course, in the future, a lot of them, they do want to join NATO, but they have a border situation that a lot of people don't know about. Pridnestrovia, so that's a Russian word for Transnistria. So Transnistria, that actually borders Moldova and also Ukraine. So let me just give you guys a recap on what's happening. So here's the thing, is that Transnistria is basically under Russian occupation, but not in the sense that the Russians say that it's Russia. The Transnistrians view themselves as Transnistrian. They, after the fall of the Soviet Union, they declared independence from Moldova. But the Moldovan government said, we still own you, even though they don't technically still own them. And the Moldova government, they do not have access to Transnistria. It's all occupied by Russia and under protection of Russia. So that's the thing, is that if Moldova in the future, they want to join NATO, they cannot join NATO until all their border situations are all cleared up. So that's not even under the question of, is Moldova joining NATO soon? Because they cannot join NATO soon.
So on
not
this
even
side
close.
over here you have the three.
But yeah, it was really interesting going during the time to where everyone's voting. And I even got to meet the Prime Minister of Moldova, which I did not expect to meet the Prime Minister of Moldova. Especially, I just came there by chance, and then I was walking down the street, and then boom, the Prime Minister of Moldova popped out of nowhere, pretty much. Yeah, so Moldova is a landlocked country. A lot of people do not know this. It's always been between Ukraine and Romania, so it's been between the crossroads of two empires. Yeah, so basically that Russian guy, he was basically saying freedom today or never, pretty much, just because the Moldovan government and Moldova, they were having an election basically picking between Europe or Russia. And that's a really, really big thing, to pick between Europe and Russia, because you're deciding the future of the country, the future of the nation, geopolitical situations involving Russia and the EU, and Europe in general as well. Along with the fact that Moldova is very green and has lots of greenery everywhere, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that the soil is among the most fertile in the entire world. It is extremely black soil. It's very fertile, and that's the thing, is that Ukraine is known as the breadbasket of the world, but a lot of people don't know how extremely fertile and good the soil is in Moldova. practically anything grows there with the soil. It's really good soil. Here's a statue. Another thing that's really interesting about Moldova is that the rural area is actually rural Moldova in the sense that a large portion of people still live in the rural areas, and a significant portion of them grow their own food still.
What's your favorite K-drama though?
Okay. Oh, I have a lot. Queen of Tears, one of my favorites, and Dr. Sloan. Also, it's a good. Descendant of Sun.
So when you're watching K-dramas, do you watch it with Russian subtitles or English subtitles?
English. English, yeah. Our Unwritten Soul. This is a new K-drama. So you, where you watch my Netflix channel, you see I have a lot of K-dramas in recommendation. And yeah, this is my. But the first is obviously Queen of Tears. Wow, it's a good K-drama, and I cried a lot.
What was the saddest part in it?
Saddest part? When she discovered that he doesn't want to keep relationship and want to divorce. This was sad because she was ruined, and yeah, I cry a lot. But you watch K-dramas or?
I haven't personally watched K-dramas, but my mom used to watch a little bit of K-dramas, so I've seen a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. But what is your favorite genre of movie? Like American movie or?
Genre, you mean
Yeah,
genre?
genre.
Yeah, so genre, if I'm honest, my favorite genre is probably horror.
Horror?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this much horror, but also I watch some movies. Oh,
Yes, true.
your favorite?
Like my favorite series would definitely have to be The Walking Dead. I don't know if you've heard of The Walking Dead.
No, it's a good, it's a serial, correct?
Yeah, it is.
It's a good. I watched some parts of this, and it's so good. And sad, because I watch sad parts of this serial. Yeah. And this is your favorite movie, serial?
It's my favorite series. Yeah, 100% The Walking Dead.
Oh. You like to read books?
Yeah, so my time in Moldova was definitely well spent. I love Moldova a lot, and I'll definitely be back there 100%. 100%.
So here's the stage,
especially
right?
for that good pizza and the different types of street food that's available. I did visit the art museum in Moldova as well. It's very beautiful. That's a signature dance move at the wine festival as well. But here I am in the wine festival. There's so many people around me. This guy's a street musician. And here's some good food in Moldova. Like the wine festival, they have extremely good food. So if you have a chance to go to Moldova, I pick go during the wine festival, 100%. The weather's good, the food's good, everything's good. You don't have to deal with the cold weather, and it's not super hot during that time as well. October is like the best time to go to Moldova, for real. Look at that beautiful flag and the beautiful blue sky. Knowing what you guys know now, would you guys ever visit Moldova? For real, would you guys ever visit Moldova? It's not that expensive to go to. And I'd say just go. Why not?